This is Meri at the Meri Atelier, and I am doing an early morning impromptu session. Let's see if I can't get my camera set up just a little here. I guess that's good. I am doing an early morning impromptu. It is 4:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. I went to bed early last night, so I woke up early. Hey, speaking of last night, I was at Lisa's place, and she had a birthday party. And we did a pick pin, the very first thing. Yesterday was Lisa at my Eclectic Slice birthday, and this is the prompt that the pick 10 from the art prompts that she did. So, yay! Thank you, Lisa. Now, it's real early in the morning, and this is an impromptu, so I really am not expecting a lot of people in here. If they find me, if they're awake on the East Coast or on the other side of the world and come in, that's fine. But I did not get a Mornings with Meri set up yesterday. Maybe that's why I'm up early, is because I need to get my camera set right. It's off just a little. There. Camera's wiggling, but nobody's in the room right now. But that may be one reason why I'm up so early, is that I've been getting some really good buffering. Well, I'm buffering there, but I'm live here. Isn't that interesting? Well, it's buffering a lot at Lisa's place, too. So, but I've been getting a lot of my rest in. Why I'm buffering. That's interesting. YouTube, what are you doing? Every now and then you buffer. Am I? It says I'm live up here. Well, I'll stand up for a while. I don't know what's going on here with this chat. When a buffer, see how I'm frozen to you all. Hello to all who comes in. There. I'm having some issues buffering. I haven't lost my data connection, but we were having issues at Lisa's place too. So if you come in, say hello. I don't understand why the buffering is happening. I see somebody else is in here. Somebody else is up early or still up. Welcome. Say hello. I thought that I would do an impromptu live chat because I did not get my Mornings with Meri video up, and I'm awake and I'm raring to go. I'm ready to start my day. Everybody else is asleep, so Meri's awake, and she's going to do some two-dimensional collage. So, this is the journal. Boy, I'm really lagging too. Man, that's interesting. This is the journal that I've been working in for my two-dimensional collage. Put it right side up here. Boy, I'm really lagging. Man, come on. I'm way past that. Isn't that interesting? checking things out here. I have not lost my data connection, but I am really looking over here. I am way behind over here than what I am doing here. So, anyway, I'm just going to go ahead and work on my Beck's Use It Up project. This is a journal zine that I created out of Beck's Dirty Dozen art prompts. And I've been doing my two-dimensional collage projects in here. How fun it is to work on this. How much fun it is to work on this. But before I do that, well, this is what I think I'm going to use for my background. But I'm in a swap in Aunt Beck's group. It's a traveling journal swap. And I'll just use her name as Lori. She sent along some thank yous. She sent along some thank yous. Look at a little pencil case. I can use this little pencil case. And she's got my name here. I thought I'd open this. I have not opened this yet to see what she sent. She sent some, oh look, that may go right with what I'm doing today. I might use this right away, Lori. And what else did she send you? Oh, a stamp and, oh, Lori, a thinlet. I'm pretty sure this is a thinlet for the Big Shot. Because I just got a Big Shot and I have very, very few thinlets. I'm pretty sure that's what this is. Oh, and more washi tape? Cool. I might be able to use these today, Lori. I don't know about the stamps or the thinlet. We'll put them back in. Thank you so much. And she sent along some washi tape. And I was going to use this as the background, the tissue paper. I love this tissue paper. So that's what we're going to do. She's got another little package here. I can't show you the traveling journals because that would be cheating. I would love to show them, but it would ruin it for the gals who haven't received their journals yet. So she's put my name on here. I've got to find the opening. There's a note that says thank you here. Wow, where did you find these little packages? These are so cool. Little packages. So, do I have anybody else coming in the room? No? Yes? I got a thumbs up. Thank you to folks who come in. If you come in, say hello to me so that I can say hello back. It might be, I'm watching this to see the chat on, but I'm way, way behind over here. Okay, there's some more little thank yous that Lori sent. Oh, this looks like, it's either bling or candy. Let's see what this says. Meridel, thank you for making my closure. Oh, I made a closure for her journal and sent it to her, and she's thanking me for that. Let's see. Let's see what this is. It's in a separate little package. I think that's bling. I'm pretty sure it's bling. It's got a little slit in there. Or it's all fallen out. Huh. That's cool. Could I put that on here? On my 2D descent, it's got a little rip in it here. Let's just finish ripping it. And I think I've got another little bag like this. I do. Let's put these in here. Since nobody's here watching me, I'll just take my time and I am just doing an impromptu live. It's very early in the morning over here. I got all my sleep in yesterday and I'm ready to tackle my day. I am. So since there's two people in here, and one of them's me, one of them's me from over here. So, and nobody's saying hello. They're just watching or something. And so I'm just going to treat this like if I were doing a standalone video and just work on my project. I'm going to work on my two-dimensional assemblage. But I'm also going to... This is such a cute little bag. She sent me these little... It's got a little rose on the front of it. She sent me these little happy pieces here. I'll use them on, they're embellishments. I'll use them on ATCs or something. I don't think I'll put them on my 2D assemblage book here, but I am going to use, I'll put this with my note cards. I'm collecting all my little Happy Mail note cards, and I'm going to put them on Aunt Beck's lunch bag project, which I should be working on too. Maybe we'll do that again. Maybe we'll do another live here. So if you're in here, if anybody's come in, say hello to me so I can talk to you. All right, we'll put this right back in here. I do like this. I don't know where she finds these. Isn't that cute? Let's put it back in here, though, for now. Meri has... I get a lot. Well, it's not going to go in. Hold it now. Hold this back. That's the thing with these. Put it in like this. Get in there. Who's in? Rosemary. Hi from Australia. Hi, Rosemary. I am seriously lagging, so you may say hello to me, and I may answer you 5 minutes later. I don't understand that, but thank you for saying hello, and hello to you over on the other side of the world. And I think we've estimated that you are probably about 12 hours ahead of me. And so it's 4:30 in the morning. Well, it must be around 4:30 or 5 in the afternoon on your time, maybe going into the early evening. I am working on my two-dimensional collage. I'm just going to start that. This was some Happy Mail that I got, and I thought I'd use this beautiful tissue paper as background. So I'm just going to work on this. I am from the States. It's 4 in the morning here. Well, it's 4:45 now, a.m. I couldn't sleep. I usually do a Mornings with Meri video, but I didn't get it done yesterday because I got all my sleep yesterday. So I thought I would just do an impromptu live session and work on my this is a project I'm doing with Aunt Beck's Creation. She's another channel here on YouTube, and she's doing a Use It Up challenge in August. And she's also doing a spending freeze, but I'm not doing the spending freeze. I'm just doing the Use It Up part. And part of using it up is using up Happy Mail. Tissue paper. I was going to measure this to see. It's 11 inches long approximately, and 8.5. So 8.5 by 11 is what I need, which is a full sheet of paper. So let me grab, to make this easier on me, let me grab a full sheet of paper here. Maybe 8.5 by 11, and I'll just cut this out. Rosemary says, hi, I just worked out how to chat. It's 7:42 p.m. on Tuesday night. Wow, you're not lagging on my end. Oh, well, isn't that interesting? I'm lagging here because right here, as I'm looking at this, I have my paper out. Here, on here, as I'm watching myself, I am just flipping through my book and getting ready to measure it. I don't understand that. Enjoy listening and watching you. Lovely pencil case. Well, it's nice to meet you, Rosemary. I usually, of course, the problem that the gals on the other side of the world, or the folks, I shouldn't say the gals, because I do get some guys in here who enjoy art, but the problem, I lost my train of thought. I forgot what I was going to tell you. Oh, the problem that we have with the folks on, really, you're on the opposite side of the world from us. And when I stream on Friday evenings at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time over here. And you guys, it's the wee hour of the morning for you. And so it makes it really difficult for people on the other side of the world to watch the streams, the live streams, except for the replays, because, well, they need their sleep too. So, I do an impromptu every now and then, like on days like today when I'm awake and ready to start my day, and it's quiet in the house here. The only noise that's going on here is the air conditioner. It's still warm here. It's not too bad. It isn't. We aren't having that 100-degree weather, but I'm just kind of cutting this to size so that I can work with it better. So I just thought, well, I'm awake and I'm ready to start my day. Why don't I do an impromptu video? So if you just want to sit and listen while I'm chattering away here, that's fine. I'll try to glance over here and see if you've said anything to me that I might be missing. If anybody else comes in, say hello to me. Sometimes if I get up early in the morning and do this, get creative early in the morning, I really get a lot more done during my day. Now what I'm doing here is I have this piece of tissue paper that I received in a swap. It was wrapped around some little goodies that she sent along. And this journal is all about use it up. Use what you have before you go out and buy new. And so that's what I'm going to do. She also sent some washi tape. And what I do on my two-dimensional collage is I create little cubby holes, and then from all my fussy cuts, I choose items that I want to put into, I call this a two-dimensional assemblage box that I create with my washi tape. So that's what I'm getting rid. These are the 3 that I have done. I have a couple more done in another journal that I started out in before I created this zine. This is a zine made out of a huge 18 by 24 piece of watercolor paper that we did art prompts in Aunt Beck's creation. She calls them Dirty Dozen because she does more than 10. So I have this huge, I just knocked everything down on my desk. I have this huge piece of watercolor paper that I needed to do something with, and since it was kind of messy on the back, I just painted it out and I made a zine out of it. Now my zines always have these 2 inner pages stick out, and I'm going to leave them here. It's kind of uneven on the margin, but that's just a function of folding, because when the outer pages really are even, they're the same size, but I keep knocking. I have a small desk area that I work on, so I knock things around. So when you fold this, of course it's going to fold shorter, and the inner ones, they're even, but the spine here takes up about, well, a half an inch probably. So that's what's causing this. Now, I do think that some of the people, I go, how do they get their inner pages to be so even with the outer ones? And I've come to the conclusion that after they construct it, they probably trim it off and tape it up again. But I'm not going to do that on this one. I'm happy with it. This is I'm calling it a zine art journal, a zine journal. This is done following a tutorial on Lisa at My Eclectic Life. And she did one, and she talked her way through it, and I thought that would be perfect for my huge sheet of watercolor paper. So that's where this came from. And then I did strengthen the sides on each signature that I put. You put signatures in there's three places here within the zine, and I put that's because that's what Lisa did. So I put signatures for enough pages for the month of August. And then I am going to create tags to fit into, I think Lisa cut or left some of the sides open on her pages, but I wanted mine sealed tight. So my tags are going to fit into the top. I think I have 1, 2, 3, 4 tags that I'm going to put in here. Some of them will be larger and some of them will be smaller in width. These, because of just the way that I created my zine. So, but I need to get my 2D assemblages going here if I want to get this done by the end of August. So that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to work on. Ooh, I just love this. And I am using an Elmer's glue stick. Hi, Anne. Anne, I am seriously lagging over here. So you may chat to me, but I may not see it till five minutes down the road. But I see that you came in. So welcome. Welcome. I did comment on my video, Anne. I haven't had time I put a heart and a thumbs up on when I don't, the days that I don't get a chance to reply to the comments. I try to at least acknowledge them with a heart and a comment. Thank you. So I'm doing an early morning impromptu Mornings with Meri live stream because I didn't get a live stream. Hi, Nancy. Nancy Widner. Hello, hello. I am early. I started at 4:30 Central Time. I was awake, Nancy. Nancy, gosh, Nancy is one of the, I want to say she's one of the early encouragers of my live stream. When I very first started doing those child craft, in fact, I was thinking I would do child craft children on this page. But right now I am just putting in the background. I'm doing a 2D assemblage page, Nancy. But she sent me, oh my goodness, she sent me the cutest black and white photo of children sticking their tongues out. And I really had fun with that. And then later you sent me, and I still have that book, Nancy, if you're listening. Hi, Lynn. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good to see you all finding me so early in the morning. I napped yesterday. So I got all my sleep in yesterday, so I'm raring to go today. I am not always up this early, believe me. Some mornings I rise early, I'm ready to start my day, just let me at it. And other days I'm going, huh? What day is it? But because I snapped yesterday. I did not get a video done. I usually do my mornings with Meri video the day before so I can get it uploaded and everything. But I did not get one done yesterday. I went to the library. I did a teeny bit of shopping. I picked up some free magazines at the library, and then when I came home, I had to read them. It's 2:35 p.m. a.m. I was going to say, first I thought, well, maybe you don't have the right initials on your state, but 2:35 a.m. in California, it's 4:57 here. I'm in Central Standard Time in Nebraska. You have insomnia? Oh. Well, I'm seriously lagging over here. So you could probably tell. See, here I'm flipping my pages, and over here I'm still gluing. So I get to watch myself work, kind of. Oh, thank you, Nancy. Oh, I was telling you that Nancy sent that. You sent a book, a reminisce book, and I still have that. I can't quite bring myself to cut into it. I enjoy reading it. I'll cut into things I get at the library, which, like yesterday, I brought home, I try to avoid bringing home a stack of magazines now because I need to use up what I have. And so, ooh, see, I could save that for, it's terrible. We want to save things. This one I can toss. This one's just a trimmer. But I came home yesterday afternoon and I wanted to read those magazines, and I started reading. And if I'm reading a magazine or a book or anything, I also got a book at the library. I started reading that. It's called I don't remember the author, but it's the recipe box. It's about a young girl who grows up in Michigan, and her family owns an orchard, and of course she ends up going to culinary school in New York City and working for this really famous chef, and he doesn't like her blueberry slab pie, so he's rude to her, so she quits and she's headed home. That's as far as I got. But it's an interesting book, and it's just a fun novel to read. I really do like those. I don't think it's a mystery novel. It's more of just a fun novel to read. So I enjoy doing that, but invariably I fall asleep. And that's what happened to me yesterday afternoon. Hi, Kim Marie. I've been on since 4:30, just about a half an hour. But I'm seriously lagging, Kim, so I may not see your chat till about 5 minutes down the line. Kim Marie is an early riser, I think. Rosemary says, I usually watch the replays from you gals on the other side of the world for some warmth. Had a very cold winter day in Oz. Oh! It's hard for me to imagine winter until it hits here. And then when you guys say you had a cold winter day in Oz, I'm going, oh no! Don't bring it here. We're happy with August. I always have trouble just right in the margins here. Yeah, I need to trim this side. I'm not the most perfect with getting this paper the right size. Probably it's an 8.5 by, or 8 by 11, 8.5 by 11 sheet. And I'm cutting this out of gift paper that I received. I'm in a traveling journal swap at Aunt Beck's Creations. And she sent along some Happy Mail. And I'm using the tissue paper that she wrapped it in as the background for my two-dimensional collage here. Attempting to trim it off. I should just get out my X-Acto knife because these scissors are really hard to get into the... Right there at the center, it always gets stubborn. All right, but we're going to leave it like that. It's 4 a.m. there. You must be, let's see if it's, you must be on mountain time, Kim Marie. You're just an hour behind us. She also gifted me some washi tape, and I can't decide. I probably have more of this, so I'll probably use this. I'm going to just make some little cubby holes, but be like the little cubby holes. But what I thought I would do, and Nancy, if you're still watching, I'm going to, I have some, I've been keeping my more recent fussy cuts. I've got fussy cuts all over the place, but I've been keeping my more recent ones mountain time. Yeah, Kim Marie. Oh, so I have in here, I've been keeping my more recent fussy cuts, but I have my little children here, and I think the ones that I have fussy cut are the crybabies. Not all of them are fussy cut, but they're all crying or pouting. He's pouting with this teddy bear. I might have to put something around them so that they stand out against this wonderful tissue paper. Not all of them are. She's being, I just love them. They're all in tears. And this little one is getting his dinner taken away from him. He's not happy about it. This one is just kind of pouting. And I haven't fussed this little one brushing his teeth. I just love these. Here's another one. He kind of got his hand over the crib. He's crying. Some of these I haven't fussy cut out yet, but I might have enough fussy cut to put into cubby holes. But I might have to put a white wash over this tissue paper so they stand out a little better. Let's see. And then this one, she's pouting. It's just her head, though. And then these are not fussy cut yet. So I think I'll work with these. I certainly have enough, but... Oh, thank you, ladies. Well, I'll tell you, my live streams, for me, to you guys, it's a treat for me to be able to talk to you and have you come in and actually watch me. It's the treat for me. I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to take a little white wash. That way on my desk is a curtain, I got a great big picture window that looks out to the east, but at night I draw the drapes. Well, but on the windowsill there, when I cleared off my desk to get enough room to work on, I always put my little jar of paintbrushes on that windowsill. And my curtain, the drapes are closed, and in order for me to open the drapes, I'd have to reach across the desk. And so what I'm getting at is I'm going to, maybe a paper towel here. Maybe, if I can find them. Oh, no, they're not. Here, a Huggies. Oh, here's my paper towels, but I think a Huggies might work better. Let me get at my Huggies. Bought at the dollar store. When I went to the library yesterday, I stopped at the dollar store and bought some Huggies. Oh, and of course I put it in the paint, of course. wait a minute. Let me get this open. Come on. Open. Press. 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 It never works. This must be a reject package. It doesn't work on the Jell-O boxes either. Or the baking soda or whatever. They always tell you to press there, and they never perforate it enough, and you always have to get out a knife. There we go. Well, let's start by cleaning off the back of this. And I just kind of want to do a kind of a light wash here in the background. Oh, you like the heads, Lynn? Those are fun to do. I'm going to be doing, I try to do those in my live streams, but I'll be doing more of those. I want to fill up that book, and then I'm starting another book, which is not a magazine. It's an atlas, but it's a bound book. And it's going to be more, not just one theme like heads. It's going to be multiple themes. Is this glued down? This needs some glue. I swear I put enough glue on here, but for some reason or another, I'm always going back and mending this. Alrighty. I'll probably have to mend it again. I think that just gives it enough of a look. I'm already messy. It's not even 5:30 in the morning and my hands are already painty. Yeah, I enjoy doing those heads. So this just lightens it up enough, and then I'll go over this with a black pen to outline them. Now, I need to figure out cubby holes for these. I probably won't get all of them on this. I think this one's adorable. So let me figure out how I want them. They're just little ones. They're just not happy. They are not happy campers. I think he goes best over. Maybe I can trim this one off a little because I need to make some room. I'll trim this. We don't need all that on there. Put him there. And them there, and there, and there, and there. Now I think I'll save that one. I think I'm just going to work with these. I just love them. I love them. Crybaby. Actually, I could. She's a little large. I could use this one instead. And maybe, did I have another smaller one? I have this one. Maybe if I just kind of hurry and fussy cut this one out. I have a smaller pair of scissors that I use when I fussy cut. But they're in the other room with my new stack of magazines. The magazines that I got yesterday, though, they're more like, well, we have a magazine here called First and Woman's Day, Good Housekeeping. I like those magazines, but I really don't find images that I enjoy in them. I enjoy history images, so I really do an injustice to my history books. I'm going to trim off here a little too. And let's see how I can, maybe I'll put this one down here and, no, well, how I want to do this. I could put them all on, and then she could be looking at him. That's what I'm going to do. And maybe this one, yeah. And this one's a little large. I just love she's hugging her teddy bear, and she's just not happy. She is not happy. So I love all these little ones that are are not happy. I don't think I was using this one. I'll put it over there for now. So I'm going to use this washi tape that I got just yesterday in my Happy Mail from Lori. History books. Rosemary says, I love art paper dolls. I need to do some art paper dolls. That's a good idea, Rosemary. Kim Marie says, where do you get all those wonderful black and whites? I get them, I went to Goodwill one day and I picked up that Childcraft encyclopedia that I've been doing my reverse collage in, my very, very first reverse collage. And I'd never seen a Childcraft encyclopedia. And I picked it up at Goodwill, and I just had one of them. And I've been using it in my live streams for the last year. You know what I'm talking about. And but I was at a garage sale, and one lady had a whole set, an entire set of Childcraft encyclopedias. And I think I bought the entire set. It was a little bit newer, and so there are more color photographs in it. But there were some black and white ones. I think that all I have to do here is peel off the back. Right? Is this a peel and seal? So I got an entire set of a little bit newer Childcraft encyclopedias, and that's where I've been getting those. That's where I've been getting the black and white photos. This is what irritates me. I can't even get it started to get it started. I got to get this up to my face. Is this I can't figure out whether this is backing or if that's part of the, I think this is ribbon. I don't think this is washi tape. This is ribbon. No, it says 3 feet of self-adhesive. So this does come off. I always have trouble getting it started. See, and if they would just give me a little bit of overlap that I could peel on it. There it goes. Come on. I got it, sort of. I had a part of it. It says it's self-adhesive, so it's got to peel off. And you got to have long fingernails. Excuse me while I peel this away. I'm tempted just to glue it down. It doesn't feel sticky at all. It's not sticky. Even after you get the backing peeled off of it, it's not sticky. Defective. But it's pretty. I'm just going to glue it down. It's too much trouble to... You can't find the Childcraft encyclopedias? You have to keep your eye out for them, and I think it's even going to become harder and harder. I'm not going to use my glue stick because it'll never stick that. As we get more into the digital age, and you're already seeing it a lot, the kids use their computers and that, we're gonna find it harder and harder to find our books and encyclopedias. Oops, there's a lot of it. But I want a lot of it on the edge anyway, because and take some of that and put it down here. I just happened on mine at the garage sale. And then I went on, they have like the 300-mile Nebraska junk jaunt. And I ran into, at one of the, I'm going off here, I got to get up higher. I found another set. And I just said I cannot drag home any more books. So I already had them. So as much as I wanted them, I had to leave them. Which might have been a mistake because I could have brought them home and fussy cut. And those books are very well made. They are well made. It's really hard to tear them apart. You have to work at it to take the binding off, even with a hardcover binding. Oh my goodness, they're well-made books. So Lori, if you're watching, Lori from Aunt Beck's Creations, if you happen to watch the replay, I don't think she watches much, though. She's a busy lady. I'm using her goodies that she sent in the most recent travel journal swap. She sent me, Kim, I don't think you were in here where I was showing it. She sent me a die cut, a thinlet. Yay! I don't have I just got my big shot and I do not have a collection of die cuts yet, so I'm working on it. Let's see, let's get the top and the bottom and the sides and then I'll figure out the cubby holes again here. So I just thought I don't have a video ready for this morning, so I thought, well, I never get to talk to the gals in Australia and the UK and South Africa. When I usually do an early morning live like this, which is very impromptu, I never know when I'm going to do it because I have to wake up. And it's just really nice to get to talk to people on the other side of the world. Usually when I do gluing like this, though, I have a wet rag. I'm going to get out a Huggies again for my hands. This little pack of Huggies, I got them at the dollar store, and they are Huggies. They only cost me $1, and I thought, well, for $1, you know, some of those baby wipes that you buy, they're $3 and $4, $2, $3, going on $3 for baby wipes. I want to keep my hands fairly clean. Alrighty. Let's see here. Yep, I think I'm going to do the crybabies this morning. I think they're so cute. They are so cute. Alrighty, let's see. So she sent along, this is supposed to be an adhesive. I wonder if I'm supposed to wet it. It doesn't feel sticky on the outside, and it's really hard. I see a center, something in the center. But when I finally got that backing off, it still wasn't sticky. So I'm just going to glue it down and spend 25 minutes just. And I'm not going to have enough to do all of this. So I'll just do the outside maybe. Let's see, I might have to, maybe if I just go down to here, will I have enough? I might just do the top and the bottom. The green here. No, it's going to be short. I just think I'm going to do the top and the bottom because it'll be short. And I don't think there's enough on here. That's more for like ATCs and that type of thing. Yeah, I have a Pazel's electronic die cutter, but it's in storage. So it's been in storage for the last 2 years. So needless to say, I can't use it. So I debated whether I even wanted to get a die cutter. I'm going to get these out that I've been using. And I thought, okay, I will. But those dyes are expensive. I think I'll use the blue in the center. This will just be a multicolored. No wonder the babies are crying. It's going to be multicolored here. Borders. I usually try to make them all the same. All the same. My light. Can't see what I'm doing. Bye, Rosemary. You get some rest now. Thanks for dropping in. Now, this washi tape I got at Walmart. If you look around their school section, not their special school section, but back on the shelves back by their art supplies, they've got a little school section back there. That's where I found it. And I get about 5 rolls for $2. And I think that's very reasonable. And they don't have a lot of designs. So I picked this one, which this one is kind of like a marble black and white. And then the other has kind of, I think, a plaid and a polka dot or XOs, you know, hugs and kisses, X and O's. And then there's a multicolored one. I don't have them with me right here. I'm tempted, but that would cover up too much of it. All right. Now I need to go back and figure out the cubby holes again. I love my die cut, the Big Shot. I do like it a lot. But I want to do words. Like here, I would like to write out the word crybaby or crybabies. And I'm not sure exactly how I had these. Something like this. Like this. And I'll put this one on top because he's a little taller. And this one just kind of goes behind. Actually, I could put this one behind and it might work better. Something like that. Something like that. Like that. I just love them. They're so cute. Hi, River City Creative. Welcome. Welcome. River City, I am lagging. I could probably put this right here in the center. I have enough that I could do the center shelf right here. Comes to that pink. That is what I'll do. Will I have enough room for you? If I move it up just a teeny bit, yeah. So right there, okay. I am making a multicolored, this is my Use It Up 2-dimensional zine journal. So I'm going to come right in here. Right here, I believe it was. Right across the page there. And actually, if I can wake up, I actually do like doing early morning live sessions. I like the slower pace. Hi, Sue. Sue Stenstream. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I do like the early morning streams. I like the slower pace of them. I think because I can work on my art. No, I just got enough for an ATC left on here. I am using it up. I'm using up things in my stash. The background was tissue paper that came in a goodie from a goodies front that was in a Happy Mail package from, I didn't get this. I guess I'll go around it in black. I'll edge it in black. I'm in a traveling art journal swap, and she sent along some goodies, and she wrapped it in tissue. So I thought I'd use the tissue on the back, and then I'd had these little baby fussy cuts. I just love them. They're so cute. They are so cute. The little kids, they are not happy campers. Not a happy camper. If I put him here and him, I don't care if it overlaps my tape a little. I need a center one. And I don't have enough of the stripes, so I think I will put a center of my black. What did I do with my black? Come on, I had it in my hands. Here it is. And instead of trying to go right down the center, I'll put it to one side. So this is kind of using it up with Aunt Beck's creations. Her challenge for August was a twofold challenge. One was to use up what you have, which I go, okay, I can do that. And the other part was a spending freeze for August, because she's trying to save money for September. I'm going, that's not going to work for me. Because I've been planning this, and I'm still planning it. On Wednesday, I'm running away. I'm running away and going shopping. I'm planning a shopping trip. I hardly ever get up to... I'm kind of way out in a small town, so there's no good bookstores around here. No Tuesday morning, no Michael's. I have to drive it's not quite 70 miles. I call it 70 miles because it seems like 70 miles to go to Hobby Lobby. They're liquidating the one store that has a craft aisle. So, you know, I'm going, I need a shopping trip. I'm going to put these two up here. This is so darling. This here. These two will go over here. I love them. And then this one will go here, and he's going to just kind of be hiding behind. All right. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm planning on that this week. I've been saving up. Almost all summer I've been looking forward to this. And so what does Aunt Beck do? She puts a spending freeze challenge out there. I said, no way, Aunt Beck. She said, I understand. I was saving up to go buy me some. I want to go to the bookstore. I want to get a journal, because I'm filling up my mornings with Meri journal. And if it lasts me through December, I'll be surprised. And I want to have it ready to work on when January rolls around. I'm going to put this one right in here, I think. So those are two things on my list. I want some alcohol ink. I'd love to find some re-inkers, but I think I'm going to have to order them. Re-inkers for my archival inks. The distress re-inkers are easier to find, the Tim Holtz distress, but the archival ink re-inkers for the ink pads, you don't find those retail much. They don't. Hobby Lobby has all the colors of the ink pads, but they don't sell the re-inkers. And I need a towel here. So And then I'll probably hit the clearance aisles, because that's usually what I do when I go shopping, is I hit the clearance, and I hit the thrift stores to see what goodies I can find at the thrift store. I had to put some black in there, kind of outline it in black. We'll bring out and give him sort of a head here. I can't see what I'm doing. Probably messed this man up good. We'll give him a cap. Now I think I'm going to leave the faces alone. I notice that whenever I go around the faces, it seems to not work as well. If I just leave the faces alone and do the shoulders and maybe the top of the head here with the outlining the black, whenever you go around their eyes and their nose and everything, it just doesn't seem to work too good. Like her. Now see the difference when I went around him? If I shade it in a lot more, it works better. To shade this entire area in here. It works better, but I'm going to leave her alone. Maybe I'll just put a line here. And of course, I'm kind of going on, it's not, my page, I did not dry it after I put that acrylic paint on there, so I can still feel the dampness. And so this pen is not reacting well with this paint, but the paint's still kind of, it's not wet, but it's damp. I can feel the coolness of the page. I kind of like that, because then that emphasizes the two little ones that are not wanting to eat. Eat your Wheaties. Eat your oatmeal. No, I don't want oatmeal. What are you trying to do? That line's not straight. There. I love it. You love them. I love them. Kim Marie had to go take care of some early morning tasks. River City says, early birds. Sue says, no wonder they're crying. Oatmeal or Wheaties? Probably in the well, this book was published in 1974, but I think these pictures remind me more of the 50s, 1950s black and white pictures. The book itself has a copyright of 1974 on it. And of course, to save myself from the copyright police, this is a personal journal. This is nothing I'm selling. This is nothing that I'm not even gifting it. This is personal. But I just love the crybabies. I love the crybabies. They're just darling. Darling, darling, darling. They are not happy campers. You know, and I might give myself away here, but I think that my early days, I did a lot of crying. I was not a happy camper. Not a happy camper. My poor mom. She probably put up with more than she deserved. She had 4 kids, my mother, to deal with. I have an older sister who's passed away, and an older brother, and a younger brother. Well, that's down there. I'm going to leave it. Of course, we're all older than she was when I mean, we're all older now. My sister's passed away. She had respiratory failure. She had bad lungs. She also lived out in California, and those fires, every time they'd have a wildfire out in her area, she would just... I tried to get her to come back to Wisconsin when I lived in Wisconsin, but California was home. Fires be darned. Damned. You're using originals. You're okay. Thank you, Lynn. Yeah, these are the originals. And I don't photocopy these. I don't, you know, this will just go right down into my books. And you know what, though? I have even gotten to using originals of vintage. Like, I had an 1898, I believe, Ladies' Home Journal or something like that. It was a ladies' magazine. And this has been a couple years ago. And I used and used and used out of that. And it took me courage to cut into it. But once I did, I was kind of glad that I did. I don't really scan. Well, I had a scanner several years ago. But I don't know. Since I've gone mostly mobile now, I don't scan stuff. Every now and then I'll take something to the library and scan it. I scanned some things, copyright-free magazines for Aristi. But they were old. They were out of copyright. They were vintage. I scanned some things for her, and I think that's the last. I've copied a couple things, but they were vintage too. I kind of like using the original. Alrighty, I really think I almost want to put those two together, but because either that or it needs a cubby hole down there. Maybe I should. I already glued these down, but I could still put I think I'll put a cubby hole in here and let that little guy's arm hang out. That's what I'll do. This page needs some jazzing up, though. I'm not sure how. There's got to be something more on here. Maybe I'll put a cubby hole there, too. Right here, to kind of divide it. This says, use it up. Whoops. Of course, I have this when I'm sitting down. I don't always get things really straight. And I don't notice it till it's all glued down. That's just me. And then I'm going to put this one. So I'm looking forward to my big shopping trip coming up here. I've been saving all summer for it. There we go. Sort of. I'm not happy with it yet. Come on. There. And then this little guy's going to go over here. I need a black line here, or some black lines. I might use my fine line paint applicator. I'm not happy with what the marker's doing in there. I like my markers, but I don't like them when my pages are still damp. It seems like I need to let that paint dry like a couple hours before it really does a nice job on the... But the fine line paint applicator with craft paint in it always works good. Because it's paint. And I suppose a paint pen would too. I don't buy a lot of paint pens. Should I put him over here? Yeah, I think I'll put him like that. Oh my gosh, I haven't heard cubbyhole in such a long time. You know we're older when. Yeah, cubbyholes. I don't know what else to call them. This is like an assemblage box, you know, like when you go and buy printer's boxes, or I don't know what to call them. They're cubbyholes. What's another word for cubbyhole? Ew. Where's my huggy? Got paint on my, glue on my thumb there. Cubbyhole. Go in your little corner. Here, kiddo. Ew. Got a lot of glue on my fingers, like a second skin. I don't like it because then I get it messy on my page. Let's get out of clean. I'm trying to be neater. It's hard. I know when I do that jelly plating, we're doing that painty paper swap in Aunt Beck's group, and I'm going, oh, it's really nice on one side, and I had paint on my hands and I smeared it on the other. So I'm trying to be a little bit neater when I do this stuff, so that but I'm not always there. All right, I think I'll get out my fine liner, which is right here because I was using it last night. Let's see if it's still working for me here. It is. And I'm going to, it needs more emphasis around the cubby holes. And of course, since I'm doing this by hand, it's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be perfect. Yeah, I like these early morning impromptus because I can sit here and do my art. Who came in? Marilyn? Artsy girl Marilyn? Hi, Marilyn. Welcome. Ah, did Jerry come in? Hi, Jerry. Oh my gosh, Mary, what are you doing up so early? Jerry, I got all my sleep yesterday. Jerry is the host of Recycled Parts for Art. If you have not found her channel, go check out her channel. Jerry is such an interesting person because she goes to all these flea markets and she finds all these really great finds, which tempt me to no end. And she also has a really fun Facebook group. I have not been on, I try to get onto Facebook, but I have to tell you, I've not been very good lately with doing my postings and reading the groups and everything. But Jerry, I got a lot of rest yesterday and I woke up. Actually, I started about 4:30 here, Central Time. And I did not get a live stream done because I slept yesterday. So I said, I'm going to do an impromptu. And what I'm doing crybabies for my two-dimensional zine. This page is crybabies, little babies that are not happy. These are all out of the Childcraft magazine. Hi, Clara. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You need a sleep day? Well, let's see. Well, this is only Tuesday, though, Jerry. I was going to say it's Friday, but it's not Friday. It's only Tuesday, so you might have to wait on your sleep day. Excuse me, I have to laugh, and I can't do my fine line paint applicator while I'm laughing. It jiggles. Good sleep days are when it rains, is it? Oh, yeah, you've had rain. You've had rain. You don't need any more rain, but usually I do my best sleeping days when it rains. When it rains. let's see. I have to kind of go careful here because this paint will smudge if I don't. I want words. I'm going to have to go look through my magazines for some good journal words to put on here. I wish I had my Pazzles here. I would just... A Pazzles is an electronic die cutter just like the Cricut is and the Scan and Cut. And I watched Julie Faithan Balzer, however you pronounce her last name. And I think she said that they have a new Scan and Cut machine coming out. And it's supposed to be really good, the way I understood her. Well, let me tell you, I'm tempted, but I don't know. I need to kind of save for a printer, and I'm going to need a new laptop pretty soon. We need rain in California. Well, let's just send all the rain to California. Yeah. Wildfires. What was I was watching a video on YouTube. What was it? Now, I don't know how old the video was, but like there were, what, 16 wildfires around this one community? I'm going, I don't know if I could live with that. You guys really have... And what, I was watching one video where the wildfires were going on, like in the hills, and they were showing the highway. There's still traffic on the highway. I'm going, you guys, where are you going? There's an inferno right off to the side there. Get off that highway. Go. Well, maybe they were evacuating. I don't know, but it looked pretty scary to me. I would not want to be there. Whoops, I kind of veered off on that. Let's just make it thicker. All right. Now I also want to, if I can do it very, very carefully, kind of along the edges here. I think this black just kind of adds an accent to it, but I think I'll just be sort of careful. How fun this is. This didn't get... I'll have to come back with that. Of course, I put my hand in it. Right where it was nice and thick. And of course it got down into my fingernail. Why wouldn't it? Why wouldn't it? That's how I get dirty fingernails. Is I put my finger in the paint. In case you watch my old videos, all my videos, I'm so ashamed of my fingernails. I just should cut them ultra short. But I invariably put my finger in the paint, and then it gets way down underneath my fingernail, right where it looks like I have filthy fingernails. Well, that's what it is. It's black paint. I had one gal tell me, if you do the dishes, it'll get rid of it. I do the dishes almost every night. I do the supper cleanup. Well, I do the pots and pans and rinse off the dishes for the dishwasher. But I still get my hands in water. I'm going to listen in, Mary. I'm doing my morning thing now. Okay, Jerry. Artsy Marilyn says, the hummingbird rushes me when I water. Oh, that hummingbird, he thinks that you're after his... What was that? It's an ant. There's an ant crawling on my page. Get out of there. I blew him away. He goes, what is this? How is an ant? That's the first ant that I've seen around here. Where did he come from? I don't have ants. I don't eat. Well, I'll sometimes I eat in here, but as a general rule, I mean, I don't eat in here every day. Sometimes when we're chatting and I get hungry, I'll go get me a bowl of popcorn, but what is that? A mosquito, too. Look, there's a mosquito. Get out of here. They're coming to check out the craft paint. They must smell the craft paint. Boy, this is a big, thick black line. I don't like it. Now I'm clogging up my paint applicator. What's going on here? See, this paint still has that gunk in it. When you get gunk in your old paint, don't put old paint in your paint applicators because they'll get gunk in them. I gotta throw that away. And old paint, old craft paint, or any acrylic paint that's old will gunk up these nozzles with their, it gets gunky. And the nozzles do not like it. So when I fill my paint applicators, I do try to fill them with fresh paint. But that doesn't mean that it's not old on the shelf at the store, but what can you do? But you know, if your paint sat around for 3 months at home, you're probably going to have some gunk in there. And I even tried to strain this craft paint once, but it didn't work. It just would not go through the strainer. It was a disaster. But you got to try these things. You have to try. You find out what works and what doesn't. All right. I'm happy with that. It just needs to dry. Am I frozen? No, I'm still going. Hi, Joey. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. They have little misters you can leave on all day. Don't use much water. You must be talking about humidifiers? Oh, hummers. You're talking about the hummingbirds. Great for mixed media. The paint boogies. Ew. Sue. Ew. I generally, when I get those paint boogie streams flowing out of here, I generally pull on them with my paper towel, and then this goes into the trash. Oops, rolled my pen into the paint. That's what happens to me. If I don't set something, if I'm working on something like this and there's wet paint, invariably I'll put something down in it or something will roll on it. Let's get this out of the way, and maybe I'll work on a face. Maybe. I'll tell you, where's my faces journal? Where's my faces journal? Let me go across the room here and get my faces journal. I think I put it over here. Oh. Where's my face journal? I'm not sure I can find it right off the bat. I don't know what I did with the thing. Here it is. I have to do a little repair here. In here on my two girls, I noticed yesterday. I won't do it today because I want to work on another one. But I noticed, where are they? I know you sure want to show you. But I will, because these things happen. See, I closed this book. I must have had glue dropped on that or something. Because these pages were dry. Let me get out another Huggies with my hands here. Oh, I hate getting that paint underneath my fingernail. I just hate it. Ew. I got a fingernail file, but it's in the other room. All right, so I need to repair that. Pierre was my last one. He's toward the back, I think. Papa Pierre, right here. So I want to do another one. Maybe I'll just go right here. And where's my life book? This is really, I like to use this for reference. And I saw one in here. There are a lot of cool ones in here. This is Our Century in Pictures by Life. So they were probably talking about the 20th century, the 1900s. And I'll just pick one if I can find a good one here. Ooh, I like her, but I saw a lady in here with a hat on. Ooh, there's another guy with a pipe. He's kind of a baldy guy. Up close and personal. Have you no sense of decency, sir? Asked Joseph Welch in a national aired Senate hearing. Have you no decency? In defense of the Army, the Boston lawyer, 64, aimed his anger at chief accuser Joseph McCarthy. Well, that's political. This was the inspiration for Pierre. So let's see what else I can find in here. I don't want to do political stuff. We want something fun. No war. No wars. Yeah, we got disasters going on there. Let's not do that. Oh, here we've got Clark Gable and Vivian Leigh. I had to read their names. I forgot their names. Clark Gable and Vivian Leigh. Oh, we got Mr. Smith Goes to Washington. Got the movies going on here. The Wizard of Oz. Wuthering Heights. Davy Crockett. Is that Davy Crockett? No, he's a Revolutionary War soldier. Remind me of Davy Crockett. Oh, I'm just looking for a good face to do. The Paris mansion was nice, but no match for the multiple castles in Britain. That was the choice of Edward VIII, the man who would not be king without the woman that he loves. I like that. I'll have to think about it. Now, I'm looking for a fun picture. I wanted to... Oh dear, who's that? Bozos on parade below left, and to the Boston Pals. I get to looking at these, and I forget I'm doing a live stream. I just have so much fun. Oh, there's Shirley Temple. Dimple Dynamo. Before Shirley Temple turned 8, she was earning $2,500 a week. Wow! Seen charming in such hit movies as Little Miss Marker and The Little Colonel. I'm wondering if I should do Shirley Temple. I'd like a little bit larger picture to work from, but I may not be able to find it. I get to looking at these. I have more fun looking at the picture. There's Walter Mondale, but that's... Oh, here's a lady with a hat. And there's the New York City Mayor George B. McClellan was in no doubt unavailable when the suffragists. And then there's the police officer. I kind of like that police officer. I think I better settle on something here. I think I'll do the police officer. But what I generally do, and of course I've got a lot of stuff on my desk here. This book is so large. Let me move my water before I spill it. What I generally do is just do a sketch and then I'll move the book. Let's see. Josie says, lovely splatty paint on that desk. Yeah, it's ready. I'm ready to put a new background on, a new drop paper down, but I keep splatting paint on it. Let's see. I'm going to do this New York police officer with his kind of his round hat here, and it comes down over his head, and he's got a mustache. That's the face. I'm going to do him on this side, and I think I'll do him right here. Might be a good place. So I generally start out getting a sense of where I want to put things. And this is a black and white photo, so I'm going to have to imagine. I'm going to imagine him in maybe dark blue, or it could be gray. But he's got the hat here, and he's got pretty big ears. Okay, let's start with his face coming down here. And of course, I got the dry. It's got kind of a square jaw coming this way. And he's got a mustache. He's a New York police officer. Now I'm just doing the face. He's got a badge here, but maybe I'll move his badge up higher. But he's got a badge on his hat too. But at the brim of his hat, let's see, let me get his nose kind of in there. Like just maybe the bottom of his nose here. And his eyes come right in here. Right in here. And then the brim, because he's a police officer, and that brim of his hat comes almost down to his eyes. Almost down to his eyes, and it comes like that. And like that. And then I'm going to have to kind of, really it should be longer, but I can't get everything on the page. So his hat will kind of run off the page here. And I think I want a wider brim like this. And I cannot see the badge too good. It looks like an eagle up there. Looks like it might be an eagle. If I had magnifying glasses, I could see it better. But I'm going to put an eagle on here. Looks like it might be in sort of a shape of an eagle if it's not an eagle. On his badge. And then it has some like leaf-like things coming out over here. And then the wing comes there. And there. And then he's got his ear coming this way. An ear coming this way, and he's got a big mustache. I'm really emphasizing his mustache. His eyes are dark. They're just more dark shadow in here. So like this, I might get an eyeball in there for my painting, but this is all in shadow from the hat. And even his ear here is, and you can barely see his other ear. And it comes this way. He's got a nice square chin. Like you don't want to mess with him. Hi, Galena. Nice to see you in here. I lag over here. I'm watching my chat on my phone over here, and I lag. I'm probably about 5 minutes behind you guys on this phone. I'm not sure if it's just my internet connection, but I don't see, when you say hello, I don't see it right away, and I've been sketching here, so I haven't been watching a lot of the chat. That's what I kind of like. Well, I like the early morning chats, the streams, because I get to meet so many new people. Welcome in here. And also I think I do more art. So we'll let that go there, and then I'll just let his hat, and I think I'll let his ear, he's got to connect over here. So I'm going to let his ear come way over here maybe. Because and I'm going to let his hat connect here. Even though it is wider brim, but I've got to have a connector, and then I'm going to let his coat connect down here. Because I'll trim out this, and I'll trim out all of this. And let's make his hat just a little bit wider over this way too. And then it's got a band around it. All right, so I just kind of sketch in to get an idea of what he's gonna look like, and then I go off and do I make him like I want him. So he's got a white collar that kind of comes this way, and then he's got a round collar on his coat that comes this way, and a collar that kind of comes this way, and then his coat, and then he's got some buttons, and I'll bet those buttons are gold. I'm going to give him a couple gold buttons there, and we'll make him a gold eagle up here. And I think I'm going to make I'll make him blue. His hat's not tall enough for his head. I think I'll make his hat go clear off the edge of the page. I don't want to round it off because it really is taller. All right. So I think I'm ready to do a little painting, and my brushes are behind the curtain. Let me set this book aside. I'm going to dig out my paint brushes because I need paint brushes to paint with. Let me set this aside. Yeah. I have to get over here behind the curtain. I could probably open the curtain, but I don't know if I want to do that yet. It's still dark out here. It's still dark out. Let me reach. I hope I don't spill them. It means usually toward the end of August, September, the days are getting shorter. Let me move these markers from last night. I had these markers. I'll put my brushes up there. Oh, don't have enough room in this room. Not enough room for everything. Never enough room. All right. So now I can just go off. I kind of got the sketch in here. Maybe I need to zoom in a little so you can see them a little better. Oh, welcome to everybody who's come in here. 13 people in here? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Welcome to folks that are watching. I'm doing a face. I did a two-dimensional assemblage here of, and I put my hand in it. I forgot that I had that fine liner. Just put my hand right in it. That's Mary's trademark. If she can mess up something, she will. I did a two-dimensional assemblage of crybabies here. I love them. I could just hug them. So that's what I did very early in the morning. I started streaming about 4:30 Central Time. What time is it? 6 o'clock. So I've been streaming for maybe an hour and a half, going on 2 hours. And I need paint. I want to get some jelly plating done too. Not this morning, no. But I'm going to have to do some jelly plating to get my, let's see, there's gold. We'll make him a dark blue suit and gold badge and gold buttons. And I'm going to move this crybaby, or I'm going to put my hand right in it. Yeah. And I'm reaching for my paints here. Is where I'm going. Yeah. Wait a minute. 36033, good morning. I've been noticing your comments. You're always saying something nice to me out there on my videos. It's nice to meet you. I'm going to call you the 33rd Avenue. Azure, was Azure in here? You said good morning, Azure. Did Azure come in? Did I miss her? Hi, Heidi. Hi. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to the folks who are coming in. Here's a warm beige and a pebble. I think that'll work for his face. I'm pulling paint. I got an antique gold and a honey brown. I think the antique gold. I'm going to do the face first. And I have learned that let me get my water out here. I put it on the other side of the table so it wouldn't spill. Now I'm going to need it. I did that pick 10 last night, and when you do a pick 10, you're just reaching for anything and everything on the spur of the moment. And so my table is full of things from last night. A white gel pen. Okie dokie. Let's see. I want a brush. I think I'll just use this one. And let's start with putting a little bit of fun. And I need some wax paper. Hold it, let me get a piece of wax paper for my palette. I'm getting it. No matter how much I try to clean up and organize, I still have to clean up and organize. I think it's just a curse. There we go. So, I'm doing this is a inspired by a picture from the A Life magazine book. And it's of a New York City policeman. It was a big picture, and he's leading the suffragettes, probably the early 1920s, and he's got a big round hat on here, kind of a big hat on top, and I think it's an eagle up here in a badge. I can't see it too well because it's just a tiny, tiny picture. And then I'm going to put him with a blue coat and gold buttons. But let's start by doing his face. And I found that if I don't worry so much and try to make them perfect, it works better. It's when I try to make these pages perfect that I glob it up. And so I'm just going to start. I need a little Georgia clay here. Georgia clay. Give them a little color. Don't need a lot. I'll probably be needing some white. There. Heidi says, always happy to see you live. Thank you, Heidi. You missed the pick 10? Oh, let me see. I had it out here. Let me show you. Lisa, what did I do with it? Lisa had a birthday yesterday. I don't know what I did with it. I don't know what I did with my pick 10. Here it is. Lisa had a birthday yesterday, Heidi. And so I did a happy birthday. Actually, the pick 10, one of the prompts was pull something from a newspaper. Use newspaper. So you can see my Tribune up here. But this weekend is the weekend, or last weekend was, we have Kool-Aid days. Kool-Aid was invented in a town called Hastings, Nebraska, not too far from here. And they have Kool-Aid days every year, and they got the Kool-Aid picture there. And then this is the back of my one that I did the other day where I cut out those eyes. And so I had an eyes cut, so I made her a Kool-Aid, I made her a Kool-Aid picture here. Picture, P-I-T-C-H-E-R. And this was, use a piece of cardboard, so I used a product tag and used glitter, color shapes on there. So that was my pick 10. But there are some really nice pick 10s going on out there. And then, Heidi, I don't know if you saw it. I don't know if you came in time to see. This morning I did a 2D assemblage of crybabies. So, I love them. I love these little babies. They're just not happy. I just love them. So that's what I've been doing this morning. I started streaming about 4:30 Central Time. All right, let's give this man some color on his face. Let's give him some color. Boy, that Georgia clay is a deep color. You just need a dab. You just need a dab of them. He's got a pretty big, I'm going to make his ear kind of large because I want it to extend his cheek here a little too. I want this side of the page right in here to stay connected to the border, and I want this side to stay connected. So he's got a pronounced square jaw chin. Just a dab of that Georgia clay will do ya. And of course, he's going to have shadow underneath of his eye area here, which probably means maybe I'll add a little dark blue. Mary, the crybabies are awesomeness. Aren't they fun? Aren't they fun, 33rd Avenue? I just love them. You know, that's how they express themselves. They don't know how to say, I don't want any oatmeal, Mom. They just say, ah. I don't want oatmeal for breakfast. Thank you very much. I need a little bit. And I'll go back in with his eyes. I think I'll just go in and put in the shadow here. First. And I'm just using a craft brush. I'm not trying to be all professional and everything. I'm just having fun. This is a fun face. 4:16 a.m. River City says, I haven't been to sleep. You're up all night, old age insomnia. You know, I get nights like that. I have a lot of nights like that. I'm up early today because I got a lot of sleep yesterday afternoon. I find that my hours when I'm not working, and I'm retired now, so I'm officially, I call myself an unwilling retiree. I was downsized 5 years ago. But I find that my hours, because I do what I want when I want it, so I'm not really on a enforced time schedule. Like, I don't have to be at work at 8 o'clock in the morning or 8:30 or 6:30 or however. So my hours get all, you know, they're just not what they used to be. And, ooh, I kind of like him. He needs just a little bit lighter skin on his cheeks, though. Kind of bring out some of this area here. And then I guess I'll make him a, let's see, where's my browns? That's blue, blue. Give him a little bit of a brown burnt umber. Those are my normal nights, River City, but I took a sleeping pill last night, so you actually slept. Yeah, I don't sleep as much as I used to, but actually I don't think my body needs as much sleep as it used to because you know, when you're working and when you're going all day, even when you're working at home, uh, you burn up a lot. You need that rest. Your body needs rest from your day. But if you're not as active as you used to be, you know, I just don't think you need as much. Nah, that's too much. You don't need as much sleep. A little gray in there. But I'm not an authority on it. I just noticed that I don't need as much sleep as I'm not as active as I used to be, physically active. And my schedule is different too. I if I want to be up all night, I'm up all night. If I want to go to sleep, I go to sleep. I don't have to be anywhere at a specific time. That part's nice about your life, but on the other hand, having a schedule is not such a bad thing either. Heidi says, oh, the flashes? I'm over those, thank goodness. Thank goodness. Those are all, I mean, every now and then, I can't, even now, I never could sit in a row of people. All those people around me, I'd start sweating. I would just start sweating. I'd, let me out of here. So, and I get that now. And that's probably the closest thing that I get to hot flashes now. But at work, I used to be computers consultant, and I went back to this one company several times, and one of the regular employees there would always identify me by my hot flashes. Meri, do you still get those? He was a character. He was a fun guy. He was just teasing me. Yeah? Oh, really? Oh, soaking wet. I don't think I ever got that bad, but at work especially, it would embarrass me. Let's see if I can't just do this blue. He's got well, the coat of his color is blue, and he's got a white shirt underneath, it looks like. So I'm going to put in some kind of gray blue here. And this is still part of his collar, but in here, like that. Yeah, I'm afraid that, I'm sure the creator has a reason for allowing ladies to have hot flashes, but you know, if I had a role in the design, I might have a conversation with him. Why are you doing this to us? Can't you make it a little bit cooler? He'd probably say, don't talk back to me, Meri. Careful, lady. All right. Whee! Now I'm having fun with the blue uniform. Yeah, his hat needs to be bigger here. Constable. Although I'm not sure that they called New York police officers constables. And I know he's from New York because he's escorting this is like a probably 1920s photograph. He's escorting the suffragettes. What did I do with my dark blue? Here it is. In this photograph that I used as a reference photo. Oops, it come unplugged here, probably going on what? Oh, 94%, I'm okay. Plug my phone back in. We get 3 at a time too, 33. Yeah, Lynn, because the men couldn't handle it. That's funny, Lynn. That's probably true. Being female isn't so easy on the body. Oh, I have to say, I'm glad all that is pretty much over for me. Yay. But I sympathize. And I noticed it was always when I was around a lot of people. And just people around, I don't know if it was just the body heat or what. But I couldn't sit in a row of people and not perspire and get hot flashes. There we go. Oh, he's fun. He's just fun to do. And all it is really, when you stop and think about it here, all it is brush strokes. I'm going to make his collar here. This is the coat of the collar. I'll come back in with a darker blue, but I want it to be a little bit lighter. So I'm kind of do an undercoat here of kind of a light blue, and then I'll go back over it. And then I'm putting a gold eagle up here. I'm not sure that that's an eagle, but I would have to have a high-powered magnifying glass on that photograph to determine it. And we'll just put some lighter blue up here. And I'm just kind of putting in some shadow underneath of his eyes there. Maybe some, whoops, not getting much there. Now I'm just kind of using my imagination here because I'm not sure. I think that hat brim, I want to make it wider. And this is all for fun. This is nothing, I'm not trying to do a portrait or anything like that, seriously. All right. Family is from New York City, Artsy says. I'm in Connecticut, Artsy. Good night, Lynn. I get out some gold here. Antique gold. And of course this is not going to be the shiny gold. This is craft paint gold. We're just going to kind of work on an eagle up here, just kind of blotch him in at first. Maybe I need a little green gold in there. And the buttons are gold. I got a dark green. Mix it with that. That's not a dark green here. This might work. Leaf green. Just a little dab. Little green maybe mixed with this Georgia clay. A little more green. Little gold. There we go. Just kind of give it a body here. I don't know what I'm doing. I usually come back in with my big black pen and detail these. And I usually, when I do that, I find that it adds a lot to it, so. I'm just getting ready to do that, I think. And I want to give him a little bit of an eye in there. Hi, Laura. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, Laura. Good to see you. Whoops, I got a messy on his chin here. He needs some highlights on his chin anyway. I am getting ready to dry this and do some detailing. Maybe I'll put some of this white in here for the collar. Laura, I'm doing a New York City police officer from a 1920s photograph. Well, Heidi, you came to the right place. I know Heidi says that she cannot do the Friday night live streams. I've seen you say that, Heidi. Every now and then I got a lot of sleep yesterday, so I have a lot of energy today. So that's kind of why I woke up and I said I did not get a video up this morning. So I said I'll do a live stream. I should do more early morning live streams. I enjoy the people who come in, and I get to meet new people during the day. That's what I like about it. All right, I think I'm ready to dry him off. And then I'll come back in with my ink pen. But even on a freshly painted page, I find that it's hard to use that ink pen. Over here it might work a little bit better. But we'll see. do not envy anybody who has to deal with that chronic pain, Heidi. You lay down. I'm really thankful that I don't have to deal with that. His hat looks a little lopsided to me, but maybe if I trim it off a little here when I trim, we'll see what's going on here. This has been really fun. I'm getting some art done. Let's see. I reach over and get a marker here. A fresh one. Ah. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. I'm going to pull out I like these Pen Plus Gear markers. I'm going to pull out a new chisel tip. The chisel tip ones seem easier to find for me. But I think I like to use them better on these pages where I do the faces. But let's see how this works. So far, so good. He's got pretty big ears anyway. So I'm just kind of defining my page a little bit more here with the markers. He's got a nice square jaw. He probably means business. Whoops. Well, all right. I'll just give him another line in there. Let's see. I don't want to mess him up. Let's bring the hat down over his eyes. See if I can't do this ego a little bit more justice here. Uh-oh. Poor ego. It's not a real ego, it's a badge. I meant him to have a hook nose here. I might have to go back in with some gold paint on that. And then it kind of has some, he's got some claws down here, like that, and then it kind of has some leaves. It's really hard to see that top of that hat. I'm not sure I'm happy with that. And I can probably tell you with certainty that I'm not. Where's my gold paint again? Yeah. Let's do a little bit of repair job here. I liked him better when I wasn't outlining him. There. That green in there. Yeah. My brush is too wet. That Georgia clay is a nice intense color. Yeah, I think I'll leave it alone. Let it be. Hi, Dances with Pit Bulls. Welcome. Hi, Life Mix. Wait a minute. Let's see. Welcome, ladies. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Life Mix. She says she has major chronic back pain. Welcome to everybody who's come in. When I'm doing my art here like I am now, I don't always see everybody, especially right away, and my phone over here where I'm reading my comments is seriously lagging, so I may not see you for a bit. I am doing a New York City 1920s police officer. I'm just about ready to cut him out, I think. I'm not going to worry about too much detail on him. This is more for fun than for portraiture or anything like that. My smaller fussy cut scissors are out in the other room. So I might save that. Well, maybe I can cut it out. But let's go ahead. I like to cut these out. I like it because it emphasizes the shape. And this is kind of working on the same style as I did my ABC journal, which is still a work in progress, because now I'm just selecting fussy cut images to collage on the back. Yeah, not enough room on my desk. Yeah. There we go. Now I think I'm going to cut this hat with a little bit more of a curve up this way, like that. Yeah, that worked for me. And then after I get something behind this, it won't be white back here, it'll be some other color, depending on what I do on the page here. And I have not done the backs of any of these yet. And I'm finding that I can just easily kind of tear this side out. Let's get rid of these. Now, I might, it's going to be hard to get in that little place with the scissors, so I think I'm going to use my X-Acto knife, if I can. Set my phone over a little, set the scissors up, put the cutting mat behind here. And let me reach for my X-Acto knife. which happens to be right at my fingertips. It's not exactly easy to cut this. And I can tear this. Yay! Now, while I got my, let me kind of there we go. Yay! We got another face. I don't know, this eagle. I wanna work on him, but I don't want to mess him up again. There. He's really a badge. I mean, he's not a real live bird. He's a badge on the hat. There, I think I'm done. I think I'll sign him. And what is today? The 14th? What is today? Yeah, August 14th. 8/14/2018. Got another face done. Woohoo! Now, I'm going to go back in, and I was showing the gals where I need to mend. I need to do a little, it must have somehow got, how did that happen? Now mend this in here. My paint, it got something on my paint because those pages were dry. Those pages were dry. I flipped through them several times. Get a little of this color on there. There. Now I can go in with a darker brown over here. There. I think I'm just going to leave this, well, maybe there's a white dot there. What? A little darker brown in here. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. A little blue dot. I must have done something to this page. I don't know what it is, but I guess I'll call that done. I'm going to leave it open. So, where did I do them on this side? Where's my police officer? There's Pierre. Here. We did the police officer today. I'm going to leave these open. And oh, I did my crybabies. Two-dimensional collage. I just love those crybabies. I want to reach in there and hug everyone and say, it's gonna be okay. Hi, Sue. Sue Hillis, good morning. I did two-dimensional collage today. I woke up at 4:30 and we did a face. Now I lost him again. We did a 1920s New York police officer. Where is he? He's here. Here he is. We did a police officer. I might touch up that nose a little right in there, but I'm not going to do it now. I'm going to let and then I had to do a little touch up on this. Well, Sue, I'm just getting ready. I started streaming at 4:30 this morning. I got a lot of rest yesterday, so I was wide awake. So I did not have a Mornings with Meri video ready to go. So I thought I'd live stream. So I'm getting ready to call it a morning. I've been going for just about 2.5 hours. So good to see you. Have a nice day at work. Don't you love those crying babies, Heidi? And Heidi and Life Mix, you take care of yourself. Dances with Pitbull says, aww. 33rd Avenue says, your arthritic finger does its own thing. Well, let me tell you, I've not talked much. I don't think I've ever talked to people about it, but I have 2 little bent fingers, the little fingers, but they're not arthritic. What happened was with this one, when I was a baby, I was crawling in a window. I was a climber. I climbed every place, I guess, and the window fell down on my little finger, and my mother did not notice it. This is what she tells me. I've had this bent little finger all my life, and it grew that way. It grew crooked. It probably broke my little finger, but she said the window fell down on my finger. Well, when I was in like 7th or 8th grade, I was in a small school, and we played volleyball a lot. But I didn't get to play a lot because I wasn't really that great. But the coach put me in one afternoon. He actually put me in. I didn't have to sit on those horrible gray bleachers. And I knew something happened to this little finger, that I hit the ball wrong or something. But I didn't tell the coach. I wanted to play volleyball because I never got to play volleyball. He never put me in there. I always had to sit on the bleachers. That I have against that coach. I should have had a walking program or something in there. You know, I sat and watched all the other kids play, and to this day, I have that against that coach because, you know, it was a small school, and volleyball was the big sport for the gals, but anyway, the whole story is I was afraid to tell my coach that something happened to my hand, that I probably broke my little finger, and so it grew crooked. So if you ever notice my little bent fingers, that's the story. They were both, this one was broken when I was a baby, and it grew crooked all my life, and this one was stubbornness. This one reminds me how stubborn I am. Every time I look at that little finger, I think God meant it that way. Meri, you're just going to grow crooked to remind you not to be so stubborn. So with that, ladies, I'll leave you to your work week. So you all have a really good week. You came back to say goodbye and have a great day, Jerry. I'm just getting ready to leave. I just told the story of my little crooked little fingers. So I'm gonna go ahead and sign off. Goodbye, Dances with Pitbulls. Good to see you in here. Heidi, it's been good to see you. It's been good to see you ladies on the other side of the world. That's what I love about these early morning live streams. I get to talk to people that I don't normally get to see. So it's been fun. It's really been fun. So have a great day, everybody. Bye. I'm going to sign off now.